My boys, how do we do? How are we doing? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, guys. So today, I'm gonna let everybody fill in here. We're gonna take our time. What we're gonna be doing is rebuilding the Charlotte Hornets. I feel like with the departure of LaMelo, most Hornet fans are lost. They're in a very weird spot. They feel like they were finally starting to get some momentum, and it was stripped from them. So they're in a very weird spot. That's what we're going to be doing today. Like I said, we're still going to let people join in. We're not going to get too far along in it. How y'all doing? Are y'all ready for this Friday night rebuild? Do you think lives should be more consistent? Do y'all rock with the lives? Uh, yeah, I think it would be great to go live a little more often. As I'm speaking, I'm actually about to upload a TikTok. It's a Houston Rockets rebuild. If you're interested in that, you should see it in the next 10 minutes or so. Just took the Houston Rockets up today and rebuilt them. Nothing too crazy. But yeah, man. Chat should be on the screen as you guys come in. Should be popping up. Rockets rebuild. I see Chris B. Doug sitting us with the likes. That's how I know the chat's working like it's supposed to. Like I said, guys, give me just a second. I'm actively posting a TikTok as we speak. But like I said, a few minutes, just giving everybody a chance to file in. I'm not gonna lie, that Raptors rebuild I posted today, guys, people were on my ass about it. They were like, "Oh, Vince actually wanted to be traded," and I'm like, oh god, I'm getting cooked." Crispy Doug, what's up? Yes, sir, Kev. Yes, sir, Ski. It's a Hornets rebuild. You see it. Everybody lock in. It's gonna be a fun one. The Hornets are a great team to rebuild because they've never ever done there. They've never been there. They've never won it. They don't know what it feels like. It's up to us to get them over that hump. That's electric, fam. All right. So today we're going to be rebuilding the Charlotte Hornets, or you could say we're building the Charlotte Hornets because they've never won a championship. Today we're going to take them from ground one. They've traded LaMelo, and we're going to try to win a championship. Let's get right to work. I forward it. What you think the first move should be? It's a great question. All right, so at point guard, we have Kobe White and Dennis Schroeder. Apparently, he signed here. 2K is how I figured out Dennis Schroeder signed with the Charlotte Hornets. At shooting guard, we have Con Knipple and Grayson Allen. I don't love having two Blue Devils back to back on my team. KB, what's up? Brandon Miller is definitely the highlight of the team. The backups are terrible. I have no interest in Liam McNeely nor Royce O'Neal. The four is terrible. Terrible. Dorian Finney-Smith, Grant Williams, and Saloon. That is Garbino, bro. We don't want no part of that. We don't want the first part of that. Yes, sir. You are watching a TikTok live in the May. Do a rebuild 2010 Hornets Walls were here. Would be a great one. And we probably will do it. Like I said, tonight we're doing the Charlotte Hornets, but I like the way you're thinking. I appreciate all the community input. Oh, we got to follow. MSN followed us. Appreciate it, man. Really appreciate it. I do love Naz Reid. I hate he's already 27. I think we're going to let him start for this year. I don't even want these two guys, Diabetes and Kalkbrenner. I don't want them. I want Steinbach to be the backup. Slide Naz to the four. We could. That's a good thought. You know what? Hold on, chat. What if we do this? Hear me out. Hear me out on this. We go Naz at the four, right? We give those minutes straight to Steinbach. Just see how he develops, right? Because he is a first-round draft pick. We're not trying. Let's be real. We're not trying to win it all this year. B530, what's up, fam? We're not trying to win it all this year. So if we just focus on letting Brandon Miller develop, and then maybe Steinbach. But I do want to orchestrate a trade. Ultimately, hang on. Let me make sure we got the right draft class. We do. Okay, we do. I do want to make sure we get us another draft pick in the mix. So like I said, we're going to let Schroeder and Kobe rock out at the point. I would like a backup too that's better, but I mean I'm cool with it for 1 year, I guess, because Grayson and Pat are both expiring contracts. That's cool. B Millie at the three. We're gonna let Royce O'Neal and Liam McNeely rock out for 1 more year. This is where we got to make some changes. So like Grant Williams, you're gone. I don't even want to deal with Salone. Like, oh, maybe he develops, maybe he don't. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I'm not trying to deal with it, so he can get packed up too, along with Diabetes, and we'll trade. Oh man, we got our pick, the Heat's pick, and the Mavericks pick. I barely understand the finances in the NBA, but you made me want to play my team. I don't even play my team, fam, but I feel what you're saying. I love when people make those kind of comments, though, that I like put y'all on to the community, to the game. And hopefully 2K can make a better product going forward. All right, so if I can trade all this, right, which is none of these guys are great players, and I can get a draft pick out of it, I'm going to be so happy. That is the goal. Like, the Bulls would be a great team to get their draft pick, and then maybe they just throw us like a contract. Oh, I would take a chance on Patrick Williams. The Bulls would acquire 1.8 million more than allowed. I can help them with that. Take Kalkbrenner. Oh, wait. They need to give up more money. I'm sorry. I had it backwards. Let's just take one of their, like, Swain, don't want him. Zach Collins. Do they have, like, a bad contract they're just trying to pop off of that, like, doesn't have a lot of time left? Benedict Mathurin. Did Benedict Mathurin sign here? Did that really happen? Hold on. Let me look that up. Did Benedict Mathurin actually sign with the Bulls? I thought he was with the, he's with the Clippers. What's he doing on the Bulls? Whatever. Whatever, bro. We're going to let him rock out. He ain't really on that team. We're going to let him rock out. We ain't going to worry about it. That ain't my problem. That's just not my problem. Like Jalen Smith. Y'all throw him in, and then we'll have to throw in. We'll just swap Kalkbrenner. Oh, my God. This is bull. I guess they can't take on this many players. Like, what if I keep Musa? And in this hypothetical, there's no shot they do that. Yeah, for definitely not. They would want Saloon, which would make sense. Then just throw me in a terrible player. Like that guy. Bang. All right. And then I give you 2 seconds on top of it. Bang. Hell no. You want Con Kanippy? All right, so let's look at what we're dealing with. Grant, maybe if I throw in Diabetes, because he does have potential. He's not bad. We might have to get up off this. This might not be the team. Yeah, no, let's get up off this. Like I said, we're just trying to dump a few guys off, and we're going to try to get a first-round pick in the process. The Bulls were really, really too hard to deal with right there, so we're going to move on. Grant and Saloon. Let's try to find a team that's willing to give us a first for that garbage. We can get the Lakers first. That'd be pretty cool. Got a bad contract you can throw us? Scottie Pippen Jr. Most teams can't take 3 players. That's the problem. The Jazz. We'll check out the Jazz. They still have to give us some terrible players. Let's see. Mo Bamba. John Concher. And Mihailuk. Maybe they do it. Okay, no, we can talk about this. This is a good trade for us, I think. I don't really want to do the swap for this year, so hang on. What if I get y'all's pick for this year? I throw in a second for 28 and a first for 30. Would y'all do it? Nah, not doing it. All right, so let me take see if you got room to counter. All right, so look, the first is lottery protected from the Heat and a first for 2031. So you get 2 future firsts, but I get that pick from you this year. Got it. Got it done. Kelvo with the GOAT. Okay, hang on. Because I have to do this. I'll do it every live. Let me pull up the live on my phone real quick. That way I can follow you guys back when you give. Because I'm big on that. If you guys can donate to the channel, regardless if it's just a penny, man, I'm following you back. My boy Sauce Gardner with the 5 likes. And as Alyssa Shea said, yes, we are live on YT, Twitch, and TikTok. So wherever you like to watch on it, man, I'm live on it. Go check us out over there, whichever one you prefer to view it on. But yeah, let me pull this up, and people that give, let me go ahead and follow them back real quick. Tutti O'Brien just dropped some roses on us. And guys, I do actually watch you guys' content. So like, if you guys post content, like, I watch it because I like to watch the friends page every now and again. I'm not gonna act like that's all I watch, but like every now and again I do tune in. Deshaun Dubois, I guess that's how you said it with the hard me. Welcome to the fam. Heem Can with the roses. Welcome to the family. And Kevo. Damn, we got a lot of gifts tonight, man. Already appreciate you guys. You guys are feeling generous tonight. Liking the live up. Love to see it, guys. Bane said the GOAT. I'm just telling you, we got great vibes in the chat tonight, guys. Let's go. I mean, we liking it up. I love to see it. Everybody's live. And by the way, when your name's popping up like that, it will be in the video when we post this on YT. Anyway, okay. So let's talk about the trade we just made in case guys missed it. So we just made a pretty big trade already. We trade Diabetes, Grant Williams, Tijan Saloon, Pat Connaughton, a lottery protected first, and a future protected, or excuse me, hang on, let me restart that because that's not protected. By the way, no, they made a trade. They traded Benedict Mather to the Bulls for Isaac Okoro in 2 seconds. Terrible. They got fleeced. Neither here nor there. All right, so we traded Diabetes, Grant Williams, Tijan Saloon, Pat Connaughton, a lottery protected first, and a 2031 pick of ours way down the road. In exchange, we got Mo Bamba, John Concher, I'm not even going to say buddy's name, Jackson Hayes, and the Jazz first-round pick for this year. That is crucial. So I think that's the only trade I'm going to make. So at point guard, we have Dennis Schroeder and Kobe White. At the 2, we have Con Knipple. At the 3, we have B. Millie. At the 4, it's going to be Naz Reid. And at the 5, I'm starting Steinbach. Now, obviously, you look at that team, we're not going to be that good, but that's okay because I think we have our own pick. We better have our own pick. Yeah, we have our pick, the Mavs pick, the Jazz pick. Yeah, we're in good shape. Those 2 of these teams should be lottery. One of them is us. But yeah, that's good. Hornets would have been so good if they didn't trade Melo and Bridges. I mean, I understand it, fam. Like, it's like they were never really going to win a ring with those guys. You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that they wanted to go full rebuild, I'm not hating on it. I'm not mad at it. Kev with the 5 roses, just follow back Kev. Shout out to him. Alyssa Shea with the hard meat. Andrew with the GOAT. Yeah, GOAT Busker. Corey Dobbs dropped the GOAT Busker. I don't even know what that is, but I appreciate it. That's pretty dope. Says it's the biggest gift of the live. So Corey Dobbs got the biggest pocket. Shout out to Corey Dobbs. All right, man. Let's set this rotation, chat. I don't want the coach to have a whole lot to do with my, my lineup performance. Like I said, however I said it is how I said it, fam. Are the Hornets really rebuilding? If you would call it that. Maybe it's just like, maybe we're trying to build. Maybe it's just a flat-out build. I do want to give a lot of minutes to Kobe White. Dennis Schroeder, I mean, really, he's just a filler, so he doesn't need to play much. Same thing with Royce O'Neal. He's never going to get really, really good. Dorian Finney-Smith, really, hell, same thing with him. These guys are just regular bench guys. We want Steinbach to start. Cockbrenner's young. We can give him minutes. We can stick him in at about 16 for now. Other guys, Mo Bamba, he's cooked. You know, his best days are behind him. He's super cooked. None of these guys right here need to play, so that's good. Bro's braids are sideways. That's interesting. Jackson Hayes. You know what? Actually, do we want to play Jackson Hayes, who's 26, or do we want to give those minutes to Kalkbrenner? Probably Kalkbrenner. Grayson Allen's way too much tick for Grayson Allen. Steinbach, get that man about 37. Naz Reid about 32. B. Millie needs about 40. Con Knipple needs about 36. Give Kobe 32. Actually, no, give Con 34. Give Kobe 34. Give B. Millie 38. Nas 34. Okay. So our starting lineup is going to be Kobe White, Con Knipple, Brendan Miller, Naz Reid, Steinbach. That's the big reach, chat. Off the bench, we got Grayson Allen, Kalkbrenner, Dorian Finney-Smith, Royce O'Neal, and Dennis Schroeder. It's no secret the bench is not that good, but it's the Hornets in his year 1. What do you expect? Waiting on the Shaq signing. My goodness, we signed Shaq. We're down terrible. We're down bad if we do that. Kevo hit the gamer press start. That's a dope gift. Alyssa Shea with the epic GG. Yeah, man, the gifts are coming in tonight. Jesus. And I'm pretty adamant. You guys never have to send them. But like I said, if you do, I'm definitely following you back. That's just how I operate. Whatever happened to Mo Bamba, man? That's a great question. Bro had so much potential. They were making songs about him. They were making songs about Mo Bamba. He was tough, and he just never really worked out. Just never really did. What kind of music you like, B? I'm not gonna lie, fam. That's a good question. I'm all over the place. Like, I'm good for a little bit of. I like. Here's what I tell people, right? I like everything that doesn't scream at me. So if you make music and you don't scream at me, I can listen to it. But it's like if I turn on a song and you start, it's like, what did I do to you? Like, why do you have to scream? Everything else is cool. Country music, rap. Yeah, I'm all the way from FDO, Pooh Shiesty down to Keith Whitley, bro. I listen to everything. Top 5 artists, man, that's a tough question. I would probably say, golly, like what genre? Just in general? Or like you got to pick in a genre? I don't listen to Yeet. Avenged Sevenfold is goated. Avenged Sevenfold's pretty cool. They're straight. I don't listen to a lot of them, but like I ain't hating on them. We're dogged, by the way. We're 14-31. That's tough. You into cars? What do you mean? Like building them? Top 5 artists in general, man, God, that's a tough question. So I would have to say Post Malone's on there somewhere because I went to a Post Malone concert and he's super dope. Like he's definitely on the list. Like if you have been to a Post Malone concert, you know exactly what I'm talking about. He's super dope, so he's probably top 5. I mean, frick. Hard not to throw Wheezy in there. Lil Wayne's got so many bangers. Yeah, that's old school, but like he's got so many bangers. Man, honestly, out of respect, you got to throw Drake in there. Drake's got so many hits. This is a personal thing, and y'all might not rock with this, but country music, I'm throwing Keith Whitley in there. Keith Whitley's got so many bangers. That's just a personal thing. And then probably J. Cole. Obviously, that's all over the place. That's one country artist and like 4 hip-hop guys, but that's just me, bro. That's how I feel. That's what I said. It's probably better to go by genre for me because I listen to everything, bro. All right, Nikola Jokic wins MVP, dropping 30, 13, and 11. Calm down, big fella. Darren Peterson, Rookie of the Year, 27 and 4. Very good. Kalel Ware, a double-double, 6-man of the year. And Victor Wembanyama wins Depoy. Not bad. Jared McCain, most improved. That's tough. We obviously didn't make the playoffs, which usually we're like, damn, we didn't make the playoffs, but we have our own pick. We're the worst team in the league, or second worst, third worst team in the league, whatever, fourth worst team in the league, or who's counting. Regardless, we're going to have a really good pick, so that's a great thing for us. Check our numbers. Let's see who was out here hooping. So B. Millie averaged 22, 6, and 4. Definitely take that. Kobe White was second on the team in scoring, averaging 20 and 5. Behind him was Con Knipple. Would have liked a little more of a jump from Con, but at least he's improving. And then Nas Reed averaged 15 and 8. That's pretty good. If you ask me, that's good enough to keep him around. Outside of that, not a whole lot to be happy of. Steinbach got big minutes, only averaged 9 and 7. That's not bad. We'll have to see how he progresses. Other than that, everybody else outside of that top 4 can kick rocks. I really hope we have a good draft pick, chat. I'm pulling hard for a good draft pick. Denny Avdija, Western Conference Finals MVP. Bleh. So the Trailblazers, led by Ja Morant, sweep the Magic in the finals. What is this? What are we looking at? LeBron's gonna retire on Philly. Can I bring him back? Yeah, we're gonna make LeBron play one more year. Do y'all remember when Kentavious Caldwell-Pope was like on house arrest and like they let him play home games but not road games because he was on house arrest? It was crazy. What did Carter say? Talking about some bro. Can we get to 10K likes? That'd be pretty cool. Let's get to 10K likes. I liked it live. I gave it like 10. What's everybody saying in the chat? Crushables on YT. What are we talking about? You got any goal for this rebuild? Build any specific Nah, we just trying to get a ring, man. We're trying to get us a ring. Nothing specific. If we can get a ring, we're leaving happy. This is important. So the only pick that I predicted 2 lottery picks. The only one this lottery is ours. So we need this to work out. And we get the 4th pick. I'm chilling. That's not bad. You and Dinner, really the 2K build goats? Who's Dinner? Or like you talking about the dinner you eating, or is there a creator named Dinner? Let's go Hornets legend Steph Curry. Facts. Do we want to continue to employ Charles Lee? I feel like he's doo-doo. I'm firing him. Let me get my boy Tyronn Lue in here. I feel like Tyronn Lue could be the head coach of the Charlotte Hornets. I can see that. He ain't going to accept it. What a dickhead. Let's promote Otis Newman. I always love when we keep it in-house. He was the assistant coach. Otis Newman is now pulled up to head coach. Nah, bro, you're not on dinner time. Not gonna lie, you're Danny 2K. I've heard people say that. I mean, shout out to Danny 2K, but like, I guess, man. I guess. All right, so we have the 4th, 15th, and 24th picks. I'm definitely packing up that 24th pick. I will keep the 15th. We're packing up that 24th pick. With the first pick, the Boston Celtics select Tyron Stokes. Nah, you're the B Davies of TikTok. See, that's my kind of comment. You know what I actually tell people on TikTok sometimes when I'm feeling myself? They'll be like, "You're the Danny 2K of YouTube." I'm like, "Nah, he's the B Day." Or no, excuse me. They say, "You're the Danny 2K of TikTok." I'm like, "No, he's the B Davies of YouTube." Hey, come on, man. Let me pop my shit a little bit. All right, the Bulls take Cameron Williams out of Duke. Third pick, the Memphis Grizzlies take Caleb Holt with the third pick. We got the fourth pick. I think it's got to be Bruce Branch. No, he's got the most potential out of all these guys. I don't necessarily think we need a shooting guard, but I mean, Knible could use a really good backup. Let's take Bruce Branch out of BYU, 6'6", 195 pounds. Cool with that. So now feels like a great time to trade that 24th pick. So we're going to trade it along with 2 seconds because, you know, I'm trying to finesse. Dennis Schroeder's expiring. That's good. All these guys are expiring. Is there just a bad contract I want to tag along? Yes, there is. Royce O'Neal. I don't really, if I can, I mean, can I get y'all's first for next year? No, too much to ask. What if I just get your 12th pick for this year? No, too much to ask. All right, cool. Let's go Bulls. Let's get that Warriors pick next year. Nah, you can't have that. I'll throw you in another second. Nah, I can't have that, bro. Can't have that. Why not trade Kobe White for a center? Because I want to keep Kobe White. I'm not going to go through all this trouble just to move up. I'll just keep the pick. All right, so going to our next pick, we have the 15th pick. I don't necessarily... I mean, Nicholas Kaminia out of UConn could probably help, so we'll take him. I think that's a good pick, Nicholas Kaminia. 24th pick, we will take a shot. Could use a center. Is Sion Kaida not here? Or is it maybe he's already been picked? We'll take Thomas Howe out of Florida. Feels like a good spot for a guy like Thomas Howe. I'll take it. It's not bad. Tyron Stokes is obviously the best player in the draft, but let's be real. Bruce Branch, he's not far behind. And then we also picked up Kaminia, who's a 76. So we got some impact players. Why does Kel'el Ware never do again a rebuild? Great question. If you remember, I don't know if you were here for the Clippers rebuild like the week before last. Bro just shit his pants on us. You make great rebuilds and don't find anything in Trade Finder. You go. Thank you, Luca, for noticing. The thing is, I do actually use Trade Finder for like reference, but never do I make a trade with Trade Finder. Like I might be like, okay, what can I possibly get for a guy like this guy, and I'll throw him in Trade Finder. But then I then do my own trade. Yeah, I try to be realistic with it. All right, so Grayson Allen's gonna sign his player option, which sucks. I wanted him to kick rocks. As far as all these other guys, they can. I mean, I don't feel the need. Maybe Liam McNeely will resign him just in case he progresses, and also Kalkbrenner. These other guys, they can walk. No problem with me. Definitely doesn't bother me. B. Millie, we have to get him back at all cost. I'm awful at rebuilds. Ain't my fault, though. I'm from the UK. This ain't my niche. Hey, maybe you can learn something, bro. Maybe you can learn something. You know what I mean? Maybe you can stick around and learn a little bit. B. Millie, it sucks we're going to have to give him a bag like that, but we just have to. We don't really have a choice. He's our best player. Got to give him a bag. We now have no money. Kobe White's on a pretty big contract. I really need to get Grayson Allen's money out of it. You know what? Is there anybody, let's be honest, is there anybody, let's check the weaknesses real quick. Oh, Jalen Duren is staring at me. Jalen Duren is staring at me. How much money for Jalen Duren? $60 million? Hell no. Kel'el Ware for 5, though. Interesting. $60 million, 60 M's for Jalen Duren is out of this world. Who does bro think he is? I feel like I don't need to go too crazy because we can just like save this money for next year. So let me just try to like pop away Jackson Hayes or Grayson Allen for like something very minimal, like a backup point guard. Oh, if I could sneak Falone, that would be dope. Oh, they can't make it work. Why does Jalen Duren want $60 million? Topic would be amazing. I'll take Caruso. I'll take on Caruso. That's all you... Yes, bro. Absolutely. All right, so we just worked out a trade where we sent Grayson Allen and Jackson Hayes plus a second-round pick to the Thunder in exchange for Nikola Topic and Alex Caruso. Caruso's obviously washed, but maybe Nikola Topic can become something on this team. I don't hate that trade. I think it's a very good trade. He's going to be our backup point guard next year, maybe even our starter. You never really know. The tools pretty cool. I'm rocking with this. The 3, I expect Caruso to fall off. Maybe Kaminia gets those minutes. Naz Reid. We really need a 4, but we just don't have money. We're just going to have to rock out this year. Did the Rockets change their badge? Maybe. I'm not completely sure, to be honest with you. B. Millie's the only one improving. Concanipple is regressing. What are we doing? Are we dead ass? Steinbach is up to a 94. That's pretty cool. I feel like we gotta make a big trade. We gotta make a big trade. Do you have rules within this association? What do you mean? On for you know what, chat? It pisses me off to do it. Because even as a UNC fan, I love Concanipple, love his game. Chat, we might have to move on. He's regressing. He's already regressing. Nah, bro. Let's go Concanipple. I think we could use a center, man. Like, so Concanipple, Kalkbrenner. Honestly, Caruso, just for the money fit. I don't want Klingon. Don't want Sengun. Don't want Drummond. Drummond's back on the bill. Oh, my God. Who's a good center, chat, that we can just take on? Oh my God, he's on the Mavericks. He went out there and teamed up with Flag, and oh my God, what is this life? Why does all this crazy stuff happen on my lives? Like the craziest trades happen when I'm live. I would love Bam. I could see Bam is a Charlotte guy. You cannot tell me he's not. Says we'd acquire the Hornets would acquire 10 million too much. Who else can we let go? Honestly, I'm willing to spare Naz Reid. And then they just throw us 2 bozos. They can give us Nick Fuentes, and then they can give us... I would do this. I feel like we somewhat get a star. I would do it. They won't do it. Future first. You can have our first for this year. We're going to be good. Oh, yeah. Our first for this year is definitely not going to be a 3-star if we get Bam. Okay, cool. So we just made a very big boy trade. We traded Concanipple, Kalkbrenner, Alex Caruso, Naz Reid, a future first and our first for this year for Bam Adebayo. No, I'm not going to lie. I did not want to trade Concanipple, but you've seen him regressing. He had no business regressing, but he was. So I took on the chance of taking on Bam Adebayo. I'm saying you can have our pick because we have Bam, and I think we're going to be good enough to where that pick's not going to be lottery. I genuinely do. So looking at the team now, we have Kobe and Topic. We got Branch at the 2. That's his spot. We got B. Millie and Kaminia. The 4 is garbage. The 5 is going to be Bam and Steinbach. Not going to lie, semi-bad trade. I know I agree with you, Kev. I agree. But, like, I'm not going to lie. I can't just waste 3 or 4 years watching Concanipple be falling off. I can't have that. He needs to improve. Bam, Brandon Miller, and Kobe White, and rest or nobody, stick with us. We're going to figure it out. We always do. I'm not done, though. I'm not done. We're also going to trade a future first. We're going to trade Royce O'Neal. This is just clearing up money for next year. I do think one of these guys can hold down the 4. So I'm not really stressing over that. And we'll trade Mo Bamba. Can I just get a decent 4 out of that? If I can get a guy like Noah Sinju take on a chance. Pat Williams in a contract year, I would do it. So they won't, though. Or they can't, one of the 2. I would do that. I don't want to do it. All right, you know what? We're going to rock out, is what it is. Neither one of those guys can play the 4. Let's move Royce O'Neal to it. So Kobe, I actually want to move him to the bench. I really want to take a shot on Topic. Y'all called him a nobody. You know, he's dealt with cancer in the past. He's finally back in the league at 22 now, and he's getting a fair shake on the Charlotte Hornets. So we're going to start him. I'm going to start Bruce. This team's not that bad, really. Got Kobe off the bench, Steinbach off the bench, Kaminia off the bench as a rookie, McNeely. Give McNeely about 5. Howe needs at least 10 as a rookie. Bamba Fuentes Holmes not playing. Kobe's in that 6-man role. Then we got Royce O'Neal, B. Millie. All right, Chad, be completely honest with me. What do you think about the team? At point guard, we have Nikola Topic. At the 2, we have Bruce Branch. At the 3, Brandon Miller. At the 4, Royce O'Neal. At the 5, Bam Adebayo. Off the bench, Kobe White, Steinbach, Kaminia, Thomas Howe. I do think the bench is better than last year. Liam McNeely's also getting some minutes. What's really going to depend is how quickly can Topic and Branch develop, and can Brandon Miller continue to get better? Because at least we have a 90 overall now in Bam Adebayo. Mid right now. I really didn't give up that much, though. Like, when you look at it, like, okay, like, think about it like this. Alex Caruso was never going to get any better. Naz Reid was never going to get any better. That future Spurs pick was never going to matter. Our pick, maybe, you can make the argument. Con Knipple was already regressing, and I got a 90 overall out of it. I don't think we gave up too much. And I seen somebody in the chat ask, why is Topic starting, not Kobe White? Question is, or the answer is, I don't think Kobe's going to get much better. I think Topic's potential is much higher. So I'm starting Topic off the hope he develops into much more. And that's why he's getting that many minutes. So, yeah, let me check tendencies because I do want to make sure Topic is kind of our guy. I'm not going to lie. I do want Topic to kind of be our main facilitator of the basketball. And then Bam's obviously a big-time shooter. Start a rook at the 4. That's probably fair to say, but we're just going to let Royce O'Neal rock out. Because I don't think we're going to be that bad. I think we're going to be good enough to be competitive. Watch us win 15 games. I'd rather say that. I mean, 4-6. Kobe White solid on the bench, though, solid defense. Yeah, I think so. I think Kobe's a very good like 6-man. I don't think you want him starting for you. I think Kobe's a very good 6-man. Okay, granted, we're not as good as I thought, but I'm not tripping. It's not a big deal this year. I do want to see stats because we are 6-20. That's pretty terrible. Who's being bad? Okay, so Brandon Miller's awesome. If there's one good thing to take away, Brandon Miller's awesome right now. Thanks for the GOAT, Kev. Appreciate that gift dropped on us, fam. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're already following Kev. Kev's just feeling generous tonight. It's Ram with the 5 roses. Shout out to him, bro. Everybody with the gifts. Y'all are awesome. Awesome community. Very awesome community. I said 10 seed. Y'all might be worse than that. Maybe, but it's early. Bruce Branch is averaging 14-4 as a rookie. That's solid. Kobe White off the bench, 13-3. And Nikola Topic, 13-3-5 as a starter. Let's just give them time. Maybe they develop. This is starting to feel like a throwaway year. Edwin, what's up, fam? We had to trade Khan, bro. I did not want to trade Khan, but he was regressing, and I ain't got time to wait on it. It's not unrealistic to think Con Knipple regresses in real life, too, if we're being completely honest. It's realistic to think he just had one of his better years playing alongside LaMelo Ball. So I don't think it's the craziest thing to say now that he's gone, Con's might not get much better. So we let him slide, and in return, we got Bam Adebayo. So next year, the plan is that we're going to have a decent amount of money, and I can put together a pretty good team mixed in with the guys that developed this year. I'm still not discouraged. Obviously, the record's terrible. We're 17-38. I think there's a route to us figuring this out, chat. Not going to lie. I still believe there's a route to us figuring this out pretty quick. We're sitting at 21-41. Let me check stats. Yeah, you walked in on a Hornets rebuild. By the way, if you're just now tuning into the live, this is a Hornets rebuild where we have had to trade Con Knipple. Right now, these are our point guards. Here's our tools. Basically, just Bruce Branch, B. Millie at the 3, Royce O'Neal at the 4, and Bam Adebayo at the 5. Kevo said, look at the likes, gang. I just dang near broke my thumb. Shout out to you, Kev. Appreciate it, fam. You went crazy. We already got 11K. I appreciate it. That really does help the live, so I appreciate it, man. I feel like it's because the team's not defense, not enough defense. Yeah, chat. W Kevo in the chat got us up to 11K likes with the help of others, but I mean, I believe him. He went crazy. I believe it. So can we get to 30 wins? Yeah, we can. Okay, 30 wins. 30 and 52. Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Cam Williams, Rookie of the Year. Great season there. AJ Mitchell, 6-man. Vic Depoy. I'm not mad at it. You know, I did incorrectly trade away a lottery pick. That was probably, I deserve a spanking for that. But other than that, I mean, we got B. Millie averaging 23. Bam averaged 21 and 11. Bruce Branch had a pretty good rookie season, and Topic first season as a starter was very encouraging. You know, he had to take the last year off right here. He didn't even play for OKC last year, and he's only 22 years old. So the hope is very high that he can be our starting point guard moving forward. Royce O'Neal, we need to find a replacement for him. Steinbach kind of fell off, but he is up to an 80 overall. That's encouraging. There's a lot to like here, man. Nobody panic just yet. A lot to like. The Trailblazers go back-to-back MVP. I barely could get that out of my mouth. It's that insane. Just ridiculous. We should get a SAR. Shout out to Twisted Fireball, because that is a great call. I agree 100%. We should try to get a SAR. One of them twins, right? LeBron just retired after 25 years in the league, averaging 14, 3, and 7. Shout out to bro. Retiring from the NBA at 43 is just wicked works. The good news is our pick only turned into the 8th pick, so it's not like we lost out on a generational pick. Like, if that would have been the first pick, I might would have cried, but it wasn't, so it's okay. Like, they got, let's see who they got out of it. They got a 70. I never would have signed this guy, so it worked out. It all worked out. Bam declined his player option. Now, we kind of have to do everything in our power to get Bam back. We can't let him walk. And he doesn't, I mean, that's a reasonable. Is that really the same draft class? Oh, it was. We're going to have duplicates. Is what it is. Is what it is. So we got Bam back on a massive contract. And have the same 2 player. Hey, man, sometimes you got to rock out that way. So we got $20 million where we can go sign players. Topic is still out there in free agency. No way I'll let him go. Where's he at? We do need to sign some bench pieces. That is fair. Need to see how Khan's looking. That is fair. How is Khan looking? What did we miss out on there? He averaged 20 in Miami, but he's still only 84 overall. Listen, shit with the Galaxy. Shout out to Listen shit with the Galaxy. Gets me going stupid tonight. All right, so let me see if there's any. The 20 definitely could have helped, but I'm not tripping because Bruce Branch got the development. Is there anybody we want to trade? I'm thinking maybe like Liam McNeely. I would love to get off that contract. Let's see if, like, I'm willing to just dump that contract on, like, the Wizards. Yeah, appreciate it. We need a 4. Jonathan Kuminga feels like a great signing for us. Why is Caleb Wilson already unrestricted free agent? What happened there? I don't know if I want to drop that kind of bag on Jonathan Kuminga, though. You know what I mean? So we got Topic back. That's pretty cool. We still got 20 racks. I would love to sign Caleb. That just feels fake to me. This feels okay. So this is a bargain if we can bag him up. I'll even give him a realistic bag. Keyshawn George, absolutely. Signing Keyshawn George is going to help this team big time. So we just got our 4 in Keyshawn George. He spent 4 years in Washington. Now he's coming over to Charlotte. Hopefully he can make an impact. The 3, what we really need now is a 2. We need a backup 2, maybe even a starting 2. We don't have a lot of money. That's the one, like, downside. Honestly, not a bad idea to throw a bag at a guy like Baylor Shireman for, like, 2 years. Maybe he takes it. Perfect. And as far as the center spot, who is available at the center spot? That's cheap. Ade Mara is cheap. That's pretty cool. I could see that being realistic. I will sign Ade Mara. I could see, okay, so the backup center spot, we're going to get Ade Mara. His team did not extend him after 2 years. Now we got a shot. Brady, you say you're drunk and you need to know what's going on. We are rebuilding the Charlotte Hornets. We are going into year 3 now. Year 1, we stunk. Year 2, we stunk. We traded Con Knipple. Now we have B. Millie, Bam Adebayo, Keyshawn George, Kobe White. We're really hoping Topic develops in the offseason. This is huge right here. Whatever happens here is massive. Okay, so Bam is 31. He falls off a little bit. But B. Millie's up to an 88. Topic up to an 80. Bruce Branch up to an 82. The team looks better. Team looks solid. I can deal with it. I was hoping for better, if I was to be honest. I'm not gonna sit on my hands much longer though. I'm willing to get pretty aggressive pretty soon. It's not a bad team. I'm firm on that though. This is not a bad team. Steinbach now needs to go to the 4. I think he can play it. He can. That's perfect. We definitely are more cohesive. So Daymar is the 9th man. I still kind of want Topic to start, but I guess I can let him play a bench role for a little bit just to see if Kobe White can kind of, elevate us. Bam's the starting center. Keyshawn George at the 4 is a big elevation. B. Millie at the 3. Bruce Branch at the 2. Kobe White starting point guard with Topic getting a lot of minutes right behind him. It's almost wanted to be a split between these two. So 30 and 31's perfect. Make sure Tyronn Lue ain't messing up my rotation. Or Otis Newman. I tried to get Tyronn Lue. He didn't want to sign. That's right. A 3-3 start. That's the best we've had. And then we lose 4 games in a row. I will say, on the lives, I try to rebuild the really bad teams, so sometimes they take longer. It is what it is, though. I do think it's a great idea. Like, let's see who's hooping. So Bam's doing his thing. B. Millie's doing his thing. Keyshawn George not doing too much. Bruce Branch having a pretty good year. Kobe White right behind. I don't know, man. Like, it's a good team. It feels like we should be... Yeah, I agree. It feels like we should be better than we are. Thomas Howell. I wish I could play Thomas Howell, but I don't really feel like I have room for him. Let's see if we could trade Finder just to see. Like, if I was to trade a guy like Kobe White, who's on a pretty substantial contract, what would I be looking at? That's all I needed. That's all I needed. I'm going to even throw in 2 more seconds to make it more realistic. Kobe White's going to be on the move. If you think about it, this makes sense because the Rockets do desperately need a point guard. I don't think this is unrealistic. They desperately need a point guard. So they're going to get a future first, Chris Dunn, 2 future seconds, and Kobe White. In exchange, they're going to give us Obi Toppin. It's not a big deal, but we are getting Amen Thompson. Beautiful. That almost makes me want to do something with B. Millie, like maybe the 4, but no, that drops him too much. Amen at the 1 doesn't really feel right, but maybe let Amen run the point. Yeah, that's what we're going to have to do. It's going to be like this. It's going to be like this. I don't think they should trade Amen Thompson. I'll be the first to say that, but I don't think it's completely unrealistic that they would desperately want a point guard and that they would be willing to take a few draft picks and a point guard to make a trade like that. So after reworking the rotation, we do have a new starting lineup of Amen Thompson, Bruce Branch, Brandon Miller, Keyshawn George, and Bam Adebayo. Are we not happy with that? I think we very much so are. I like it a lot. I don't think Tobic should be getting more minutes, so let me kind of work that out. Maybe even Tobic has to move to like the 3. Maybe he's just not playing the right position in the NBA. Maybe. Let's try that. Okay. We might be onto something. They want to get... Wait. See, I'm not accepting that. They're offering me that. I mean, granted, Giannis is 34. I'm declining, respectfully. Like, look, that's the thing. Like, yes, I win that trade, but that's not real. Like, that's not happening. All right, so we're kind of bouncing back. I think that was a great trade, chat. Was the Amen Thompson trade a W trade? I think it was. I think we're playoff bound after that trade. Bad for the future, that's facts. That trade would technically be bad for the future. You're not wrong. How about Trey Bam? Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea to trade Bam in the offseason. Trading Bam in the offseason totally isn't a bad thought. And it's one I can get behind. But we can't just get scraps for him because I think we're finally starting. Like, we're about to get Hornets playoff basketball. That Amen Thompson trade was chef's kiss. I love you too, Bella Krillo. Bam ain't working. It's hard to say he's not working when he's averaging a 20-point double-double. But I see what you're saying. I do feel what you're saying. But I will say, if he could hold out, let's look at this real quick. If he could hold out one more year, we're going to be really good. Topic is having a good year off the bench as a small forward now, not a point guard. I mean, we're about to get playoff basketball. It doesn't get much better than that. Amen Thompson is our point guard now, though, bro. I see what you're thinking. You're thinking of the future. I'm not mad at it. But around Peja Stojakovic, he's retired. Oh, you want me to show you how you change for the position? That's easy. All you do, so I'm on PS5. All you do is left click the D-pad, and then you can really change anything you want. You can change ratings, but obviously we don't do that here. You can just flick up and down on the right analog stick to change position. That's all you got to do. Yeah, it looks like if we can win a play-in game, we're going to get Hornet playoff basketball as Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. This is huge. We're the 7 seed. Let's see if we win the play. We win a play-in game, and now we have to play the Milwaukee Bucks. How in the hell is this team the 1 seed? What in the Toronto Raptors in 2017 is this? Bam getting paid too much to be on the team next season? Maybe, bro, but he's our vet. Like, he led us in points and rebounds. Let's not act like Bam's out here just being trash. Bam's the leader of this team right now. I do think Bruce Branch is set to take a very big jump next year. The writing's on the wall. B. Millie did his thing. I see everybody's argument. We'll talk about it when we get there. Right now, we got to play the Bucks. They take game 1. They take game 2. They take 3. We take 4. I thought we were about to get packed up. They beat us in 5. That's okay. We got a taste of playoff basketball. We were never winning it this year. And then Cooper Flagg beats the Celtics in 6. Cooper Flagg gets a ring. That's pretty cool. Drew Holiday got him another champion. Ain't that 3 rings for Drew Holiday? Drew Holiday's a 5-time champion. Bro, what? Drew Holiday retiring a 5-time champion is crazy. Still got my head coach. Otis Newman. I believe in Otis Newman. Just see what you give for Bam. All right, fam. We'll see. Let's see what they would be willing to give us for Bam Adebayo. And Nicholas Kaminia. No, he's I can't. I don't think this is the time you want to trade him. Let's at least get to free agency and see if there's anybody that like makes more sense over him. All right, so taking a look at who's under contract. Point guard. We do need another point guard. 2's looking good. 3's looking good. 4 looks good. Really, I mean, I think it looks good, man. We don't really have any money, but maybe we can sign a very impactful guy at the mid-level. Casper Jack has to be so dope. We could just re-sign Kobe White. That would be funny as hell. Emmanuel quickly makes a lot of sense, even though he's getting... No, Dylan Mingo, bro. We're going to sign Dylan Mingo, unrestricted free agent who's been playing with Houston for 2 years. That's a great pickup. And then Trey... Oh, man, I would love to have got Trey Murphy at the mid-level. Jaden McDaniels at the mid-level. Don't tell me. All right, we didn't have enough. Okay, that's actually good. So we didn't have enough to get Dylan Mingo, but that means we just signed Jaden McDaniels. Another perfect player for this team. That's going to allow me to move Topic back to the 1. All of a sudden, you're looking at Thompson, Topic, Branch, Sharman, B. Millie, McDaniels. It's a good team. We're going to take Daniel Gafford at the minimum. It's a good little sign in there. Player progression. How are we looking? You see the vision? I'm glad you do. Bam's still getting better. Bruce Branch is up to an 86. B. Millie and Thompson kind of stagnating, but McDaniel's also getting better. And Steinbach is up to an 83. So he's probably going to start. I don't mind starting Steinbach, by the way. Can he shoot? If he can shoot, he can start. Can't shoot. George needs to develop a little bit. Yeah, if George was developing, we would be fantastic. But he is not. I'm cool with him starting, though, because I just figured out... Or maybe can McDaniel slide over to the 4? He can, but... B. Millie can't, right? B. Millie absolutely can't. I'm cool with that. We're now sitting in a situation where we have a loaded bench. Can we agree on that, chat? We have a loaded bench. We'll let Daymar get a few of them minutes. All right, so we've dug our way into a spot where I feel like we have one of the best benches in basketball. So we have a starting lineup of Amen Thompson, Bruce Branch, Brandon Miller, Keyshawn George at the 4, Bam Adebayo at the 5. Off the bench. Now, granted, there's a few, like 3 of these guys could start on most teams. We got Jaden McDaniel, Steinbach, Daniel Gafford, Nikola Topic, and a Daymar. I think it's a very good bench. See how many games we can win. Yeah, this is definitely a playoff team, though. Like, not a play-in. It's a playoff team. I'm a fan of this. However, Bam needs to go this season personally. Unless we win a championship. This team is a fringe championship team. I just know 2K. I'm not going to lie to y'all. This team is a fringe championship team. Give me Danny 2K. I can't escape the Danny 2K allegations. Just can't. Oh, Danny 2K over there being the B. Davies of YouTube. People keep bringing him up. I'm just kidding. Shout out to bro. He's pretty cool. I've never watched him, by the way. I was always a Click guy. When I did watch, it's funny, now that I make it, I don't watch any 2K content, really. But when I did, I watched Click. Click was the guy I actually watched. I don't know what y'all know about Click, but Click was actually the guy I was watching. Click's the GOAT. Yeah, Click Productions the GOAT. I was so, like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a Celtics fan, but I was kind of hyped for Click whenever the Knicks won the championship. I know he was hyped. Can you see where Khan is? I mean, check out. By the way, can we talk about how good we are? Actually, let's stop and maybe make a trade to get us over the top. Yeah, the fact that he's got a 15 million view TikTok is crazy. I've got a few over 700,000. I feel like that's crazy for 2K content. The fact that he's got a 15 million one, let that sink in. What about this? George in a future first. Let's see what this could get us. I was really hoping for a 4. That was really good, but let me try to, like, really orchestrate one. Because is he having a good year? Probably not. He's averaging 14.5. It's not bad. I don't know. I don't know if we do anything. We're really good. Let's rock out. I don't think we do anything. We're awesome. We're a great team. Could it be the year? If 2K was smart, they'd focus a bit more on my NBA. That's my dream, bro. That I get to a space where I'm impactful enough to, like, call them out on stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, because there is a great, like, they do have something great here if they pay more attention to it. We're kind of falling off towards the end of the season, which is never great. But, I mean, how often can the Hornets say they had a season where they won 50 games? Have we just done that? Paulo Banchero averages 30 and 11 en route to winning MVP. CJ Rosser Rookie of the Year, even though we had duplicates. So, gotta take it with a grain of salt. Player stats. B. Millie led the team in scoring. Bam Adebayo, 20 and 9. Bruce Branch, 20 and 9. Very big for Bruce Branch. Amen Thompson averages 16, 6 and 5 as a starting point guard. Pretty good, man. I mean, I'm not mad at none of it. We won 52 games. We're the number 3 seed. We got Philly in round 1. They don't have Bam anymore. I mean, excuse me, they don't have Joel anymore. So let's see how this goes. We win game 1, we win game 2, win game 3. They win game 4 to stay alive. They win game 5. They win game 6. If they come back from 3-0, we got to have a conversation. If they come back from 3-0, I swear to God. So they just pulled off a 3-0 comeback. We were up 3-0 and they won 4 games in a row. All right. That's what we doing. That's really how we feeling. Yes, I agree. Now, I've never, ever been more on board. Bam needs to dip. After that. So here's what I'm thinking. I do think Steinbach is going to be ready to hold down the center spot. Not going to lie, this trade right here gets us over the hump. I'm not going to lie to y'all, this trade right here, it gets us over the hump. So we just traded Bam Adebayo, a late first, 2 seconds for Josh Giddey. You might be like, whoa, why'd you do that? So this is why we're going to move Steinbach over to center. He's going to be able to hold it down. Gafford and Amar backing him up. We now have all these options right here at point. I'm really thinking the answer is to move Topic over to the 2. We're loaded at point. The 2 looks good. The 3 looks great. The 4 looks good. Josh Giddey, trust. When I tell you Josh Giddey, bro, trust. We definitely need Steinbach back. That's like a must. There's Sion Kaida. I was asking about him a minute ago. Gotta have a Demara back. He's going to play. I think this is a great team now. I mean, Giddey, Thompson, Branch, Topic, B. Millie, McDaniels, George and Howe, Steinbach, Mara. There's anybody else I can add that I feel like... Oh, let me get some Bronny James action, chat. Absolutely. You're crazy if you don't think he can... He's at 86 overall. That's tough. Now, this team's loaded. This team's loaded to the gills. This is a great team. There's no weaknesses. Yes, okay, you're right. You got me. We don't have a superstar. You got me. But we're loaded. There's so much talent. It is hard. It is very hard. Almost got to move Bronny to like the 4. No, he falls so bad. Can't do that. This is the one thing. We got to figure out who plays what position. That's going to be the hardest part right now. Because, see, we're loaded. I do feel like McDaniels can play the 4, and that might be all I need to do. Yeah, I mean, I know he falls off, but that's fine. The center spot, a day needs to get tick. 10. Go 12. Go 18. Bronny James in the mix. Steinbach starter. You know, we put a lot of faith in Steinbach. A day Mara, give him about 10. He can get up to 22. All right, so a very good team once again. We got Thompson, Branch, B. Millie, George, Steinbach. Off the bench, we have Josh Giddey, Bronny James, Topic, Jay McDaniels, and a day Mara. See how this season goes, man. Hopefully it's an upgrade. I mean, I love winning the first 3 games of the season. All right, I think we're in good hands. I think I was right in saying this is a good basketball team. Maybe 50 wins again. Maybe. How's Bronny doing? We're 14-5. It's not unrealistic to think, like, don't get carried away. It's not unrealistic to think Bronny James could develop into something like this. To be a solid, like, role player who's a very good defensive kind of guy. It's not unrealistic to think that. This will be our last season, so we really need to lock in. This is my last season for tonight. If I get enough comments on my YT, I tell you what, challenge for everybody. This video will be posted on YT as soon as this video is over. If it gets 10 comments, all you gotta say is anything. I don't care. Just comment something. If it gets 10 comments, we'll go live again tomorrow. JD Bowens, what's up, fam? What's up with you? You should trade back for Melo. His point. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know why they traded Melo, bro. It screwed them. It's just hard to win a championship with the Hornets in general. It's hard. I've tried so. I've failed on TikTok. I've been rebuilding them on TikTok and failed. That's how hard it is. I'm not giving up hope, though. I think we're in a spot where something crazy could happen. We're right there firmly in the mix. We are firmly in the mix right now as we speak. It'll be another 50-win season for the good guys. I mean, we're just as good as we were last. Actually, we're better than we were last year. We're getting hot at the right time. We might win a championship. Victor Wembanyama wins MVP. Beckham Black Rookie of the Year. Hopefully, he goes to UNC. That's what I'm pulling for. Hopefully, CJ Rosser goes to UNC. That's what I'm also pulling for. Yeah, are we the best team in the league? We're definitely the best team in the East. It's going to be the Trailblazers and the Spurs that are better than us out west, but let's see if we want to tweak the rotation a little bit. I do think Thompson, give Giddey less. He's not high right now. McDaniels, give him less. You need to go with the hot hands. Got to ride the hot hands. Thompson's very hot right now. Steinbach is very high right now. Give him more minutes. Hopefully, we're able to get a championship. Like I said, last season, I'm going to need 10 minutes on or 10 comments on the YouTube to go live tomorrow. But that's neither here nor there. Right now, what we're worried about is winning a damn championship. Bruce Branch has developed into a pretty damn good player. George right behind him with 16. Yeah, let's see what happens. Hopefully we don't blow another 3-0 lead. We got the Hawks in the first round, who are honestly pretty damn good. They have AJ DeBonsta. This is a very good team to play in the first round. They take game 1. We take 2. They take 3. We take 4. We take 5. We beat them in 6. Okay, we're moving on to Philly. If you can remember, we blew a 4-0 lead. Or 3, I said 4-0 lead. We blew a 3-0 lead against Philly last year. They take game 1. We take 2. They take 3. They take 4. We take 5. Okay, we're down 2-3. Can we force a game 7? We really want to force a game 7 right here. We don't want it to end just yet. Come on. Give me a jump-in situation. I'll take a jump-in. That's a jump-in situation. Down 3 with a minute 30. That's a good Philly team. It is a pretty good Philly team, not going to lie. Let's see what we have made. Let's see if what we made is good enough. B. Millie, oh my God, I thought I was going to shoot that. Bruce Branch with the 3 ball. It's off.
And maybe, he thinks he can cheat himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the
If we can get a stop here, that's all we really need. Just don't let Boonji working on Steinbach in the post. That's money. That's tough. 5-point game with a minute left. We're going to have to do something kind of crazy. B. Millie bringing the ball down the court on Jaylen Brown. Somebody's going to have to work their way open. B. Millie's trying to go ISO on a great defender. I don't like your chances there. Pull up 3. It's, oh, yeah, we're cooked. We're cooked. Over to Bruce Deuce McBride, whatever his damn name is. Cam Williams. Definitely have to get a stop here to have any chance. They score here, you're super cooked. All right, score quick, maybe you have a chance. Wouldn't be the craziest thing. Bruce Branch going all the way, gets blocked. Not looking good for the good guys. Looking very bad for the good guys.
They trail by 5. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Inbound to B. Millie, pull up. Cash, okay. Who the hell is that center for Philly? Oh, Boonji. You know the guy going to Duke next year? Very good player. Josh Giddey wraps up Tyrese Maxey. First one's up, first one's good. It's going to have to be a hit a 3, they miss a free throw type of situation. So it's a 5-point game with 20 seconds left. Sheesh. Yeah, it's a real guy, I swear. Joaquin Boonji Boonji. Very real guy. Look him up. He's like 7'2", going to Duke next year.
Trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
Hitting Bruce Branch over to George. Back to Bruce Branch, and it's a turnover. We lost. Y'all have a good night. That said, yes, I am pulling the plug on this one. But yeah, I'm down. I'm super down to go out tomorrow night. Maybe we can redo this one and do it a little different. We can figure out what we did wrong. So, you know, I mean, hey, we lost with the Hornets. Shocker, shocker. Let me know what you want to see next. And as always,